Okay, so what are you thinking we could do?
We could look on the smart board to see.
How could the smart board help us out right now? What could we...
Because it could tell us.
Okay, what do we have to search for?
The internet.
Yes.
But what if the smart board doesn't know what in the grapefruit?
Okay, so hold on. We want to find out something about grapefruit, right? So I'm going to go to Google because Google tells us stuff, right?
Yeah.
And we want to look for grapefruit. And what else do we want to look for about grapefruit?
I just want to ask a question about grapefruit. Why can't we just put grapes in it?
Okay, well, and that's the question. And why is it even called it? Why could you put grapes in it? So let's see. If we were going to do the first question about grapefruit and why it's called grapefruit if it doesn't seem to have any grapes in it, then we want to know about grapefruit and why no grapes. And let's see. Oh, look at this. Our first one seems to come up with a little bit of information about grapefruits and why it's called it. Oh, okay. There's all kinds of different sources, and some are better than others, but it looks here like there's some of the same information here, and this looks like it might be interesting. Look here. Let me click on it, and it says here, okay, so apparently the grapefruit was actually, it was on a citrus tree, so that's where it grew before, and it's kind of sour or semi-sweet. Who finds grapefruits a little bit sour? We've had it before. It says go a little bit. Okay, and it says here, if we move down a little bit, okay, let's see if I can get some information. Now, it's called the forbidden fruit, and there was something in here that I saw that looked kind of interesting. So I'm going to go with edit and find. And I'm going to find it up here with name. Okay, and next one. Growing on there for the name. Oh, okay. The grapefruit was once called a shaddock. You ever heard of that word before?
No.
No. But it said, apparently it's called a grapefruit because it had these clusters of fruit on the tree that look similar to grapes. You know grapes are all like tightly bunched up together in little clusters?
Natalia
Look.
actually has a cluster of grapes in her lunch.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Me too.
Can you?
Can I grab it for you, Natalia?
Okay, we're going to look at it and we're going to see because I have a picture here so you can kind of see, but this would be better. Okay, so you see that these grapes are all kind of clustered up together, and Talia has the example of one over here. Oh, hers are even darker green.
Yeah.
Okay,
My neighbor gave poppy trees.
okay. So see how they're all kind of bunched up together? They're saying that when grapefruits grew, they also used to be all bunched up together. So it wasn't that it tastes like grapes. How are grapefruits similar to grapes?
I was going to say tomorrow I can bring the grapes from home. I have perfect grapes.
Okay, and that would be great, but how are grapefruits similar to grapes? It's not about what they taste like. What's it about?
Well, they're both called grape. Well, one of them are called grapefruit because the grapefruit is like clustered up and bunched up and like squished together.
Right, it was how it grew. It was all bunched up together when it grew. So even though it doesn't taste like grapes, I guess it kind of looked like grapes when it grew. Who knew? Who's going to go home tonight and tell their parents that interesting news?
Me.
I didn't know that before.
Me.
Okay, now this was a good question for us to figure out by looking on the internet. I think Sarah's question may be different.